Just sitting up nice and tall, crossing your legs one in front of the other, or any comfortable seated shape. Drawing your spine up nice and tall towards the ceiling, lowering the shoulders down from the ears. And just a slight tilt of the chin towards the chest. And starting to lengthen the breath in and out of the body. Unclenching the jaw, softening the eyes and the shoulders. And just taking 2 normal rounds of breath in your own time and your own rhythm. And after your second exhale, we'll bring a count to the breath. So we'll inhale for 4, pause at the top, and exhale for 4, pause at the bottom. So I'll count us through the first few, and then we'll just do a few rounds of our own. So taking an inhale in, exhaling the breath, and let's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause, exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing at the bottom as well if you like, and doing 4 rounds in your own time. Your own rhythm of breath, really filling up the breath, filling up the body as you inhale, softening as you exhale, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears, so you're sitting in a relaxed position. When you finished your last round, just returning to a normal rhythm of breath. And then gently blinking open the eyes. Taking a big sweep of the arms up and overhead, watching your palms gently come together, and then exhale, twisting over to the right. Inhale to sit up tall, exhale to twist. Inhale, coming back through center, arms sweep up and overhead. Exhale, twisting the other way. So sitting up tall first and then twisting through the upper spine. Inhale, back to center. Right hand down, left arm reaches up and over the ear. Nice. You can bend into the right elbow as much as you need, but keep the weight heavy on the left hip. Stretch the arm away. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhaling over to the other side. One more each side. Inhaling up and over. Exhaling once more over to the left. And then gently coming back to center, coming off your block if you're on a block, and making your way into downward facing dog. So hips up towards the ceiling. You can definitely bend one knee, then the other. Spread the fingers wide on the mat. Palms flat to the mat, and tilt the hips up towards the ceiling. Heart towards your thighs. And just taking a couple of breaths here. Inhaling into the body, all the way into the lungs, the sides of the lungs, the tips of the lungs. Exhaling, letting the breath soften. One more big inhale like that. Exhaling to soften. Inhale, floating onto the balls of the feet, little steps towards your hands, hips stay up. Inhaling to look forward halfway. You can have your fingertips to the earth or to your shins. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling, looking forward halfway. Exhaling to fold. Bending the knees, sweeping yourself up to standing. Palms float together at the top, little back bend here. Exhaling all the way back down. Hands flat to the mat. Stepping the right foot back, stepping the left foot back into your down dog. Inhale, floating forward to your plank. Palms flat on the earth, rounding the upper spine towards the ceiling. Bending the knees towards the mat. Scooping the tailbone up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, floating forward. Knees towards the mat. Scooping the tailbone up. Downward facing dog. One more. Inhale, floating forward. Holding your plank for a second, rounding through the upper back, belly to spine. Knees to the mat, hips up, downward facing dog. Let the exhale soften you in the shape. Take an inhale here. Exhaling. From there, start to walk your hands in a little bit so you're not in a very long downward dog. Feet are hip distance apart. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right calf or your right ankle. And then press your right arm away from you. Use the grip of your left hand on your right shin to twist yourself under your armpit. Hips stay in the center. And just take a breath or two here, gazing at the ceiling under your armpit. Very nice. And then exhaling, left hand down, swapping sides. Right hand to the outside of the left leg, wherever feels good. Pressing into that hand on the earth and then reaching your hips away from it to twist yourself under your left armpit. Taking a breath or two here. Exhaling to release the hands back into your down dog and then floating forward to your plank pose. Knees towards the mat, scooping the hips up, downward facing dog. Very nice. Walking your hands back towards your feet, bending your knees, chin to chest, rolling up. Palms meet overhead. Little back bend here, so squeeze the glutes, leaning back a little bit, feet even through, weight even through both feet. Exhaling into your forward fold. So bringing your hands down to the earth, or you can hold on to your ankles, your shins, your opposite elbows, whatever feels nice for you. Just taking a couple of breaths here. And then fingertips to the earth, looking forward, walking back out to your plank pose. Feet are hip distance apart, heels to the right. So your feet are staggered, coming into your side plank, pushing through your right arm. Make sure your hands are a little bit in front of your shoulders as you lift your left arm up to the ceiling, drawing the hips and the waist away from the mat, looking really nice. Exhaling, left hand comes down, heels back to center, exhaling over to the other side. Inhaling, right arm up. Think about moving the hips away from the mat. And then exhaling back into your plank, bending your knees, walking yourself back to downward facing dog. Pushing through the right hand, left hand, right shin or right ankle, looking under your armpit. So you can either stay here or you can look forward towards your right hand that's on the mat and start to think about lifting the left leg up towards the ceiling. It might only lift a little bit. It's definitely very bouncy and wobbly. So just keep the eye gaze steady. 1 or 2 more breaths, or you're just staying in your twist. And then exhale, releasing the left leg, releasing the left arm. Just giving yourself a little bit of a sway of the hips side to side. And we're going to come into the other side. So pressing into your left hand, but moving your weight away from your left hand. Right hand to the outside of the left leg. Gazing forward towards your left hand. Start to move the weight ever so slightly into the left leg. Fix your gaze and then think about lifting the right leg up. If it feels wobbly, you're doing it right. Soft with the breath. And then when you're ready, gently releasing. Walking your hands back towards your feet, rolling yourself up, chin to chest, palms neat overhead. Exhaling your hands to heart center. Thumbs to your sternum, shoulders away from your ears. Just taking a breath here. Noticing the rhythm of your breath and just let everything return back to normal. On the next inhale, blinking open the eyes. We're going to take a big step forward with the right foot and bend into the right knee for your warrior one. Put your hands on your hips and just make sure your hips are facing forward. Very nice. Inhaling up for your warrior one. Even weight in both feet. Exhaling open, warrior two, adjusting the back foot. Reversing the warrior two. Coming back through warrior two into your triangle pose. Leaning forward, finding the front of the calf or the shin, the earth. Lifting the top arm up, maybe gazing at the palm of your left hand. And then maybe reaching your left hand forward over your left ear. Torso's open to the side, very nice. Draw the sit bones in towards the midline. So think about those right sit bones pulling in under the center of the body. And then inhale, coming back up, warrior two. Forearm to your right thigh. Left arm up and then reaching forward for your warrior, for your side angle pose. Taking a breath here. Staying for the exhale. Inhale, coming back up to warrior two. We're going to turn over our front knee, bring our back foot in behind us so that you can support yourself on the ball of the back foot and come into a twist. So left elbow outside the right knee. Feel the connection between the left tricep and the right thigh, and then twist your body around. So use that lock between the tricep and the knee, palms are gently one on top of each other, to open your heart towards your prayer. And then looking forward to the top of your mat, gently stepping into your chair pose, still in your twist. Make sure the hips are behind the body, so we don't want them moving out one side to the other. And then gently inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, forward fold. Bringing the feet hip distance apart. You can peace grip the big toes, or you can stand on the palm of your hand. So working out what feels good for you. Inhaling to look forward. Exhaling to fold. Taking a few breaths here. Letting everything settle before we come on to the other side. One more breath. See what you can soften on the exhale. And then inhale to look forward, releasing your feet from your hands from your feet or your toes, whichever shape you took. And then chin to chest, reaching up, sweeping the arms up and overhead, coming back to Tadasana, hands to heart center. Taking an inhale here, staying for the exhale. Big step back with the right foot. Warrior one on the left side. Inhaling your arms out. Feel the weight evenly in both feet. Big bend into the left knee. Warrior one. Opening up. Warrior two. So you might want to inch your left foot forward a little bit so you can bend more into the front knee. Make sure the knee's in the straight direction of your foot or to the left, not falling in. And then reversing your shape. Inhaling back to warrior two, straightening the front leg. You may heel toe your back foot in here. Leaning over for your triangle. Top arm reaches up to the ceiling. Maybe lengthening your top arm alongside your ear. Maybe gazing at the palm of that arm. Taking a breath here. Exhaling the breath. Inhale, coming back up to your warrior two. And finding your side angle. Top arm reaches up and over. Opening the heart towards the right side. Let's inhale to come up. We're going to turn ourselves over our left leg. Adjust the back foot. Hands to heart center, twisting to the left. Right tricep on the outside of the left thigh. So twist from the feet, but feel the support between your right tricep and your right thigh. Hands to heart center and soften the breath. Looking lovely, everyone. One more inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Looking forward to the top of your mat. Stepping your right foot to meet the left into your twisted chair. So pressing the palms together, opening your heart towards your palms. You can open the arms if you like, of course you can. And then exhaling into your forward fold. Separating the feet to hip distance. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, looking forward, hands flat. Stepping or floating to the back of your mat into your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling the right leg up. Knee to chest, stepping through. Warrior one. Exhaling, arms sweep back behind you. Arrowhead pose, and then gently lifting the back leg up into your warrior three. Engage that back leg, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Gently start to stand up, knee to chest, holding onto the shin of the left leg with both hands. Staying there, or maybe you're going to take the right hand to the outside of the left foot, flex that foot. Your knee can be bent, or you can start to straighten the leg. Left arm reaches behind you. Maybe your gaze moves towards the left hand. Inhale, coming back to center, gently placing the left knee, the left ankle on the right knee. Coming into your figure 4 pose, hands to heart center. You can be here, or you can bring the triceps in front of the shin. No right or wrong, it really just depends where you are and how your body feels. And then fingertips to the mat, left foot to the mat, forward fold. Letting all that go. On the next inhale, bending the knees, rolling yourself back up to standing, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Little back bend here, hands to heart center. Big store arrowhead, sorry about that. From there, grow light on your right tippy toes, floating up into your warrior 3. Inhaling, starting to stand up, knee to chest. Hands around the shin of the right leg. Squeeze the knee to the chest, flex the foot. And then decide, staying here or left hand outside the right foot, keeping the knee bent or starting to straighten that right leg. Right arm reaches out behind you. You can bring the thumb and the index finger together. I like that for balance. Maybe slowly moving your gaze towards your right hand. On the next inhale, gazing forward, starting to bring your right ankle over your left knee into your figure 4. Hands to heart center here, or hooking the triceps. Flexing the right toes if you're hooking the tricep. Taking a breath here. Letting it all go, the breath that is. And then gently, fingertips to the earth. Right foot steps down beside the left. Taking an inhale to look forward. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, looking forward. We're going to bring our feet hip distance apart. Bend our knees, and we're going to thread the right arm under the right thigh, placing the back of the right palm onto your right hip. If you've got the flexibility, you can do the same thing on the other side. Maybe your palms come to touch. If you don't have the flexibility, which I don't for that, you can just cup your fingers behind your heels, coming into a forward fold, or somewhere in between. Either hands to your hips, or in that general direction, or straightening the legs in a forward fold here. Beautiful. Taking 2 more breaths here. Letting all of that go on the exhale. 1 more inhale together. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, looking forward. Gently coming down through your yogic squat and sitting your sit bones onto the mat, finding the Vasana boat pose. You can hold on to the back of your thighs. Knees can be bent or legs can be extended. You can extend your arms if you feel steady. Think about lengthening out of the lower back, engaging the belly. We'll hold here for 5, 4, smile while you're doing this shape. 3, 2, 1, gently floating everything down to the earth. Just taking an inhale here, letting it go through the mouth. Bending your knees up towards the ceiling. Pressing the feet into the earth, squeezing the sit bones, rounding yourself up for a camel pose. Not camel. Back bend. What's this called, Gabby? Bridge pose. Thank you. So squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips. Roll the weight onto the shoulders so that you can move your chin away from your chest. Take about 3 breaths here. Make sure that the big toe mound is making contact with the earth as well. So big toe, little toe mound, heel, all equally engaging in the earth. And then gently start to lower your back down to the ground, 1 vertebra at a time. Letting the knees knock together. Taking a breath. And then gently squeezing your knees to your chest. Little rock side to side. And then finding your happy baby pose. So holding onto the outsides of the feet or the outsides of the ankles. Bending the knees towards the armpits. Making sure the sacrum's on the earth as well. You can give a little rock side to side. And then bringing the knees together, opening the arms out to a T, gently letting your knees come over to the left. Everything soft, shoulders heavy on the mat. Taking about 4 breaths here, nice big belly breath to inhale. Exhale to let something go. See what you can let go of as you exhale. On the next inhale, coming back to center, exhaling over to the other side. Nice big inhale here, softly letting the air leave the body on the exhale. On the next inhale, coming back to center, giving everything a little bit of a squeeze and a little rock side to side. And then exhaling into your Shavasana. Resting pose, letting your feet splay out to the side, taking up as much space as you need on the mat. Softening everything. On the next inhale, gently starting to deepen the breath. Bringing some movement to the fingers and the toes. Maybe stretching the arms up overhead and reaching the legs away from you. And then gently, when you're ready, rolling onto one side and bringing yourself up to a seat. You can keep the eyes closed if that feels good for you. Palms on your knees or your thighs, sitting up nice and tall. And just taking a few deep, natural breaths in and out of the body. On the next inhale, eyes closed if it feels comfortable, sweeping the arms up ahead, letting the palms touch, and we'll bring our hands back to heart center to the sound of Om. So inhale for a deep breath, and then we'll exhale for Om. Om. Feeling the vibrations in the body. And then gently bowing forward. Together we say, Namaste.